Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Breaking, Dallas Cowboys RB Ezekiel Elliott makes major announcement after rejoining team. The Dallas Cowboys entered the offseason with several franchise-altering moves expected to be made, but here we are at the start of May, and little has been done to bolster a roster that lost significant talent on both sides of the ball. Owner Jerry Jones has made it clear the Cowboys are going all in for 2024 and decided to retain Mike McCarthy for one more season to see if he can get Dallas past the first round in the playoffs and possibly reach the Super Bowl expectations Jones expects. After a fantastic regular season where Dallas won the NFC East with a 12-5 record which gave them home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs, the Cowboys were dominated by a young, surging Green Bay Packers team. Suddenly one of the league's top defenses couldn't stop the run and allowed first-year starting QB Jordan Love to look like Patrick Mahomes, while Dak Prescott and the offense sputtered, which was rare for 2023. Prescott was in the discussion for NFL MVP this season and closed out arguably the best regular season of his career. The Cowboys entered the wild card round matchup as two-score favorites over the Green Bay Packers, who have a first-year starting QB and the youngest roster in the NFL. Prescott closed out the 2023 regular season ranked in the top 5 in several major categories for NFL QB. He came into Sunday's playoff matchup against the Green Bay Packers with 4,516 yards, third, 36 touchdowns, first, 9 interceptions and a QB rating of 72.5, second. Although some rolled their eyes when Jerry Jones and company decided to fire Kellen Moore at the end of last season, as he's regarded as one of the up-and-coming young and brilliant offensive minds, head coach Mike McCarthy took over play calling and the Dallas Cowboys offense looked elite for the majority of the year. Finally, Prescott and CeeDee Lamb found the perfect chemistry and emerged as arguably the top quarterback/wide receiver tandem in the league. Beyond Dak Prescott and the explosive offense that averaged 389 yards and 30 points per game and finished with 77 touchdowns in the regular season, the Dallas Cowboys had a defense that finished the season ranked 5th in the NFL. Now, the Cowboys will enter 2024 with more pressure than ever, from head coach to the QB. Instead of extending Prescott to free up cap room to add talent around him, Jones is opting to let his starting QB play out the final year of his contract, adding plenty of speculation to his future in Dallas. Lamb is up for a major payday and could hold out until he inks a deal that makes him one of the top wideouts in the league. Although the Dallas brass has been beyond hesitant to make any big offseason moves, the Cowboys are bringing back a familiar face and fan favorite. Dak speaks on Zeke return, Lamb and 2024 focus. One can only wonder what the future of Dak Prescott holds, an all-pro quarterback and NFL MVP runner-up who couldn't be more clear about his goal of retiring with the Dallas Cowboys, and the sentiment is mutual from the organization's side of the equation, but currently without a contract beyond the 2024 season. That's now what's on his mind at the moment, however. It's still conversations, said the three-time Pro Bowl quarterback. I'm aware of everything, owner and general manager Jerry Jones said, and everything he said is dead on. Communication has been back and forth. At the end of the day, I've talked about how this is where I want to be, but my focus is on helping my team. It's as simple as that. I'm just focused on helping this team and being the best I can be and get better. A large part of what will help Prescott and the Cowboys improve isn't solely his arm though, but also in re-establishing a dominant rushing attack that was, to head coach Mike McCarthy's admission, below the bar of expectation in the 1 year without Elliott on the roster. As Elliott takes his newly acquired number 15 and puts a fresh face on his return to the Cowboys for 2024, he does so with plenty of motivation to help Prescott and the offense ascend. And Prescott, a longtime close friend of his fellow 2016 draftmate, is elated Elliott and the team could come to terms on a reunion deal. I'm super excited, said Prescott. It's from my experience as a brother, but, in this case, as a teammate. what he brings to the team, the locker room alone, and the culture he sets, he's a guy that does everything the right way. He's a guy, with us bringing guys in, that people can follow and watch. I know the threat that he's gonna provide. He's a big-time threat. One of the items that will make Elliott valuable is his ability to mentor younger running backs, much like he did for several seasons with Tony Pollard and Rico Dowdle, the latter re-signing on a one-year deal to ultimately be Elliott's complement for the season to come. To see his focus, to see his intensity, to see the way that he practices, it's something every young guy should follow. The way he goes about his business on the field is going to be huge for this team, Prescott said of Elliott. Another side of the equation for the rushing attack is a fairly obvious one, the state of the offensive line. With future Hall of Fame left tackle Tyron Smith now taking residence with the New York Jets, the Cowboys used a first and third-round pick in 2024 to acquire left tackle Tyler Guyton and offensive lineman Cooper Beebe, respectively. Cowboys predicted to land 21 TD star running back in future. The Dallas Cowboys may have patched together a plan at running back for this season, but right now, the team does not appear to have their RB1 for the future on the roster. Hurry up and wait is a good way to describe how many Cowboys fans feel this offseason. After completely passing on a running back in 2024 NFL Draft, Dallas could turn to the 2025 Draft to solidify the position. The Associated Press Ralph Russo offered an intriguing prediction in his early 2025 NFL mock draft, where the order is done by projected win totals. Dallas snags Oklahoma State star Ollie Gordon with the number 27 pick. Cowboys fans living in Big 12 country are likely familiar with Gordon's game after he emerged as one of the top college football running backs in 2023. Gordon put up video game numbers last season, posting 285 carries for 1,732 yards and 21 touchdowns. Could Gordon go from one Cowboys team to another? Gordon had 6 straight games last season where the playmaker topped 120 rushing yards, including 2 contests where the running back surpassed 270 yards. The Oklahoma State star appears to be part of a deep running back class for 2025. Pro Football Network's Ian Cummings has Gordon as his number 2 ranked running back of the 2025 class, just behind Ohio State's Quinton Judkins. Other running backs to keep an eye on for the 2025 draft include Ohio State's Travion Henderson, Georgia's Trevor Etienne, and Kansas' Devin Neal. There are plenty of reasons why Gordon could emerge as the first running back selected in next year's draft. Ollie Gordon, too, is just now entering his first season of eligibility for the NFL Draft, Cummings wrote in an April 30, 2024 story titled, 2025 NFL Draft RB Rankings, Quinton Judkins, Ollie Gordon 2, Travion Henderson lead potentially historic class. Still, he's already a top contender for RB1 after amassing 285 carries, 1,732 yards, and 21 scores in a Doak Walker Award-winning 2023 campaign. Past the rushing production, he also caught 39 passes for 330 yards. Athletically, Gordon might not be the superlative member of the 2025 RB class. Yet, at 6'1", 211 pounds, he has enough functional explosiveness as a long strider, and he's a supremely elastic and malleable short area mover with rare cutting flexibility and flow. Any additions at this point in the NFL offseason is likely to only be a short-term solution. Even Ezekiel Elliott is more of a band-aid for 2024. Dallas considered signing former Pro Bowler Dalvin Cook before Elliott's reunion in Big D. In October, the Cowboys played a video montage for Ezekiel Elliott's return to AT&T Stadium when Patriots visited, the Dallas Morning News' Michael Gelkin noted in an April 29 message on X. It wasn't over for them. It's still not over. Dalvin Cook also was discussed internally at length. Prior to signing Elliott, owner Jerry Jones indicated that the team could turn to the trade market to improve their roster. Elliott and Rico Dowdle are the early favorites to carry the load in the Dallas backfield this season. I've seen teams win the Super Bowl with running backs that they traded for mid-season, Jones stated during an April 27 press conference following the draft. So, the point is that this thing's a long way from being over as to how you're going to line up against X next fall. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Ollie Gordon? Leave your opinion in the comments.